Guys, welcome back to the channel. Yes, it's been a long minute since my last video, but you know guys, if you work for yourself and the work comes, you got to grab it while it's there, because you just never know when the next job is going to come. So I've been quite busy for the past few months now. Been working weekends, weekdays, weekends. I've been working late to do the work, but that's how life goes. Anyway, I'm back to the panel van, and I'll talk to you where I'm presently at it and what my plans are going forward as to repairing all the major rust on the car. Let me just take you back to the panel van to start it with. So if you could recall, I was busy manufacturing the slam panel on this car, and this fender and doors actually, I mean, you can see it's still on the car, and judging by the amount, by this crack here, and if you watched my videos where I tackled this side of the driver's side of the A pillar, I'm expecting something similar this side. The rear end of the car has been worked on. All these sections has been worked on this side and on the passenger side. Let me just take it to the passenger side quickly. The sections has been worked on. It's just a matter of finalizing things here. This back end has been worked on if you watched my previous videos. So the theory behind the work is to work from the back forward, because the forward is where most of the work, to my judgment, is. So I think as far as this slam panel goes, I'm actually, if you've been following the series of me building the slam panel, I'm actually going to stop on this. I'm not going to even manufacture the slam panel, and I'll explain why a bit later on in the video. But for this video, I think I'll take the door off and take the fender off, just to see what lies beyond, if it's anything like the driver's side was. And if you can recall, a lot of my work I've completed about, I'd say 90%. It needs 10% to make it 100% before the body filler, because the 90% is the majority of the work. I don't want to do I could do everything 100%, obviously, but I want to rush through, let's not say rush, I want to work through the van and do 90% to a 100% of the majority of the rust. Then I must pull the engine, pull the gearbox, pull everything, manufacture the rotisserie, which I mentioned in the previous videos, and then obviously it needs to start spinning the car. And when I start spinning the car and doing underneath, that is when I will start finalizing those little touches that needs to be done. I'll show you what I mean by little touches. It might seem little until I take it apart, but let me just show you quickly what I mean by little touches. So what I mean by little touches is, if you can recall, I've done all this work on this A-pillar, and then we have this rust at the bottom here. Now, like I said, this looks like it's not much, but we all know that this could be quite catastrophic here. And these are things I want to tackle once the car's on a rotisserie. So these are like the 10% that I want to do once the car's on the other side. You know, like all of these is kind of done. I must actually still put some, you can see it hasn't really rusted, but I must actually put some primer on there, but I'm not too concerned really much there. And then in front here, there's, you know, the Escort spots here. I must actually do all of these. So the worst is the front of the car. Anyway, let's move this car to give me more space so that I could take the door off. All right, so I moved the van back and forth, and this door can open. Enough space here. This is now basically the first time in a good few years that I open up this door, to be really honest with you guys. More than 10 years, I'm sure. Anyway, so now just looking here, you can see I did I'd done some welding on this A pillar back in the day, and I can actually see a lot of this work I done when my skill level was less than what it is now. So I will actually readdress all of these things. You can see there's a bit of rust there. Start readdressing these things here. So first things first, let's take the door off. Alright, I set up my lead light, and all the guys, Escort guys know, all the Ford guys know with these bolts. You can see there's actually one missing there, because that was when I was busy in here, and that is still, that two nuts are on there. So I'm going to spray some rusties on those things there, and then take them off. Alright, the bolts was a little bit too rusted, so I brought out the big guns. So I'm just heating up the nut. I'll just show you quickly. So I'm just heating up the nut. I got a wet rag inside there, just in case there's something that could burn down there, because I think our little furry friends made a little nest down there, which I pulled out already. So I'm just going to heat this nut up and then loosen it. Okay, I managed to get it loose. I'm just going to take it out now. There's the nut loose, so I'll just take that out now quickly, and then I'll start on that top one over there. Alright, this top one, it's actually coming. I don't need any heat on this one, so that'll be taken out now, and then I'll take the door off. Well, that was a good old struggle. All the bolts are out, but this pin is still in. Let me get that pin out and then remove the door. Right, I got the pin out, as you can see there. So I'm going to take the door off. Let's do round two. Right, I put the door on this table just for a quick inspection. See, there's a little bit of rust there. I think they're all kind of rust there underneath the mirrors, because the mirror comes here, so the water gets in behind and sits there. So I think most of them rust there, so it's that holes there. Like I said, this door I worked on years ago. See, there's a bit of rust coming through there. Showing some surface rust. Showing some surface rust all along here. You can see here, this is still grinded off here. Put some body filler. You can see it was worked on. There's a bit of prime on here. But if I run my hand like this, I can feel that it's not the best of. Let me just turn this door around. Alright, she spun around. Let's have a look here. Now I can see that is where I worked. I can actually see the welding there, but I never grinded it and finished it off. But I think it rotted through there again, so I'll be tackling this area again here. Same there. This area here, there I've done some work there, so I'll be re-looking that. Let me just take the shim out here. Same here. Some work has been done there. Yeah, this area is not the best of here. Looks like this dropped down, so I'll be addressing this door. But this door is not as bad as what the driver side door was. So I'll be grinding all of this off. All of this, I'll be cleaning all of this lot up here and see what lies beneath. There I can see a bit of rust there. So remember the driver's side, this whole area was rotted away here. So this is not really as bad. Not good, but it's not as bad. All right, so that is work to be done on this door. My next mission is just check the A-post. Okay, like I said, I did do some work here. I can actually see the welds that are done there. Also didn't still grind it and finish it off, but I'll be taking this fender off and tackling this properly here. You can see there's a plate there. So I'll be grinding all of this off to see what lies underneath. There's a hole there. Bit of rust there, not as bad as the driver's side. Bit of rot there. So this I can tackle also. I'm not going to take this whole section off. Yeah, you can see this isn't as bad as the driver's side at all. Bit of rot there. This is obviously a concerning part here, which they all kind of do. But I'll be grinding all this off and see what lays underneath here once I take this fender off. So the next job would be to take this fender off, which will be a bit of a mission because it looks like I welded it quite fussy onto the A-pillar. Probably end up just grinding this a bit rough. And I put this in years ago, thinking this was a cool idea. I'm going to cut this out and close that off again. This I'm definitely going to go with. If you can recall in one of my videos, I think it was the first one when I introduced this van. This I'm still going to go with. I'm going to put an indicator here, side indicator here from a Sierra. I think the RS Cosworths, Escorts. And I think the Sierras, but I know the Escorts has a mirror, square mirror here. It's like, not mirror, indicator. It's in my cupboard there somewhere. Let me just get it and I'm going to put it in there just to recap. Okay, this is the box where I'm keeping all the miscellaneous pieces as I strip. Here's the component here that I'm not gonna push it in because then it will clip, but that will go in there like that. That will be like that on both fenders. That's one modification I want to do to this car. Like I said, I'm going to take this gills off here. It was cool back in the day, uncool now. It's not the best of, you know, I suppose if it was done better it might be okay, but this is coming off and that is what that hole is for. So anyway, my next job is to get this fender off, and we all know that's a schlep. Yeah, because we all know the story here. I'm going to have to grind all of this off to get to the spot welds. And then, like I said earlier on, I welded this actually onto the A-post here. Whereas I want to make this actually removable for the future, so this will have to be bolted through here. So I'll have to grind it off. Don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm probably going to destroy half of this, but I'll just bolt it up again. And also, I think I'm going to take off this quarter bumper now and the headlight. Take that out and then tackle this. Okay guys, so I think I'm going to stop on the stripping of this van right now because I think the video is going to be a bit too long. So I'll leave the stripping of the front bumpers and the headlights and the fender for the next video. But regarding the slam panel, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I'm not going to manufacture that anymore, as I have a fairly good second-hand one, which I will show you now in a second. Let me just get it out and I'll just show you quickly. So anyway, this is the slam panel that I'm talking about. There's some surface rust on there, but I mean it's much better than mine. Nothing that I can't desurface rustified. The top cover of the radiator kind of thing here is kind of gone, but I was going to get rid of my one should I have used it. So, but you can see it's in a much better condition than mine. I'll just strip all this paint off here and, you know, down to get to the bottom of things. As this bonnet stops here, mine was long gone, so that's quite cool. And yeah, this is the one I'm going to be using now instead of manufacturing a slam panel. And how I got onto that slam panel is a subscriber of mine from Joburg. He notified me that a friend of his could possibly have one, and it just turned out that he had one. And I want to thank Roy for getting in touch with me and notifying me about the slam panel. Roy and his wife, they run a YouTube channel called Fabrication. I will show you on my laptop very shortly. And they put me onto this guy. His name is Mitchell, and he resells Ford components, and he manufactures 3D printed components for Fords and stuff like that. I'll put up his details as well. He gave me permission to put his details on, so I'll put it on the screen. And I would like you to check out the Fabrication YouTube channel, actually, because they show a lot of they show a lot of car shows out in Joburg. Us here in Cape Town obviously don't get to see those car shows, so they show those things, and I always look forward to their videos just to see what's happened up in Joburg, because there's a nice Ford culture up there. So they showcase all kinds of cars in general, but they focus mainly on the Fords and like the older model cars. So check them out, give them some love, show them some love, subscribe and watch their channel. I'm sure they'll appreciate that. And yeah, let me just get to my computer, show you the website, and I'll show you the components that Mitchell offers. All right, so I'm just filming this from my laptop. So this is how you spell it, guys. This is the page. You can see that is the Roy's yellow RS2000 that I spoke about. So yeah, this is the page of Fabrication. Let me just scroll down. They have quite a bit of videos out there. So show them some love. Go to the channel, comment, subscribe. There's all the different events that they cover throughout. If you love your Fords, you can see there's mainly just Fords there. If you love your Fords, this is the place to be. But like I mentioned, if you love any car, old school cars, they do cover some modern, not this modern stuff, but I'm talking about all old stuff, old school they cover. So go to their page, guys. I'm sure you won't be sorry. You'll enjoy their content. Alright, and these are Mitchell's contact details and the components he manufactures and sells. I'm definitely going to make use of him in the future for my projects. Check it out, guys. If you like it, contact him. His details will be there, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers for now.